unidentified flying object waves on the coast of São Paulo. After the intro, hello everyone, I'm Edison Boaventura, and today I'm here in Santos at the tip of the beach. On the other side over there, we can see Guarujá, the city of Guarujá, where I basically spent my childhood. And today, I'm going to tell you about a very strong unidentified flying object wave that happened in Guarujá and the surrounding areas here in Santos and São Vicente. There were several cases that occurred between May 5th and May 31st, 1989. And some of these cases that I'm going to tell you about happened right behind me. Here, where you have this tip of Guarujá, where we have Goiás Beach, Cortadura Beach, and Sangava. And also the fort there, which is the Forte da Barra Grande, a tourist spot here in Guarujá. People leave from Santos, take a little boat, and go visit the Forte da Barra Grande, which is a centuries-old site. Some of these cases from the unidentified flying object wave of 1989 from May 89, it was published in the Subsawa Bulletin from April to June 1989, which is the Subsawa Bulletin number 14, edited by GUG, Guarujá Ufological Group. The cases in Guarujá were concentrated in the neighborhoods of Vicente de Carvalho, Santa Rosa, Centro, Perequé, and Praia do Goiás. And it also extended here to Santos in this part of the coast, and also to São Vicente. Objects and also luminous beings were sighted in these locations. I'm going to focus on telling you about some cases that happened in this region. One of the first cases happened right at the beginning of the wave, which was on May 5th, 1989, with Mr. Marcos Antonio Jorge Jeremias. He was accompanied by his girlfriend, Cíntia, and they were there dating at Cortadura Beach. And what happened? Suddenly, they saw a very intense ball of light, a brightness that caught their attention. The time they were there dating was around 9:30 to 10 o'clock post-meridium on that 5th. And then what happened? This luminous ball came toward the beach where they were, Cortadura Beach, and this ball actually landed on the rock right near the rock. At that moment, they were already terrified watching that ball of light that had yellow, blue, and red colors. They were then very terrified by that apparition, even thinking it could be a ghost, something from another world, from beyond. But what caught their attention was that the unidentified flying object, luminous, didn't make any sound at all. They didn't notice any noise, and that ball of fire just stayed there. They started to get scared and then decided to leave that place and go back to their homes. Later, talking with some friends and family the next day, they came to the conclusion that it could have been maybe a ghost, a mother of gold, a ball of fire, or something similar to those legends that usually here on the coast the Caicharas sometimes tell. So, was this case a landing case right there on the first day of the wave? And near this place, Cortadura Beach, we have Goiás Beach. The other case concerns the appearance of a fireball, also reddish, which was seen by a local resident who was at the Recanto da Fortaleza snack bar. We interviewed him there when my team and I were there collecting statements from the residents. And he said that on May 20th, 1989, he saw a very strange fireball there at Morro do Sangava. This happened at night. This man, his name is João José Rey Afonso, and he wasn't the only one who saw these fireballs in that area. And it wasn't the first time he had seen a phenomenon like this either. He would tell us about other cases too, but he said that fireball was something really strange. Other people from the region, especially those we met at Fortaleza da Barra Grande, also said that people had seen it on those days. A woman in white, so it could be a luminous creature or maybe a beam of light projected by one of those unidentified flying objects. And the people there associated it with a ghost, with a woman in white. And in other parts, also in Guarujá, it was reported later as well. These luminous creatures, which we don't know if they're actually luminous beings or if it's the light from the unidentified flying object, a beam projected downward there, which gives that impression. Anyone looking from a distance might think it looks like a bride, something kind of triangular, a whitish dress, something like that. What's interesting is that the Fortaleza da Barra Grande, where this woman in white also appeared, is very ancient. It dates back to the period from 1584 to 1592, which was when it was built. So we found in newspapers from around 1900 some stories about beings that sometimes approach the canoeists there, the soldiers, during their night shifts. We found newspaper articles that talk about these creatures there near that region, so it's a very curious thing regarding the UFOs that appeared there at that time. I have to add that at Pitangueiras Beach, at Pereque Beach, in Santa Rosa, in the Santa Rosa neighborhood, there were also incidents of lights appearing. Very strange ones, and they were reported and even published in newspapers at the time. And the Supisawa bulletin from our group, which was the Guarujá Folótico group, also played this role in its April to June 1989 edition, bringing a bit of these picturesque and unusual stories. If you like this show, click the like button, leave your comments, click the like button, share it freely with your friends, and see you on the next live podcast with Edison Boaventura.